Welcome class. Now this is the second session of class 8 and as you remember that we have discussed chapter 1, few topics we have discussed in last session. This one is second session, transportation system in plant. Now for today's session we are going to discuss about basically xylem and phloem. What is xylem and phloem? Last class also we have discussed. That is complex permanent tissue, and xylem is responsible for conduction of water and mineral, and phloem is responsible for conduction of food particles that can be conveyed from leaves to different parts of plant body. Now today we are going to discuss about xylem. Xylem having different types of cells. Their cells unite together to form tissue. Because different types of cells are there, that's why that one is known as complex permanent tissue. Now, these are of 4 types. First of all, we are going to discuss about xylem. Xylem having 4 types of cells are there: tracheids, vessels, parenchyma and sclerenchyma. Now, what is the role of tracheids? Tracheids that provide mechanical support to plant. Vessels that again provide mechanical strength as well as they can transport food and mineral. Third one, parenchyma, that are living cells of this tissue, and parenchyma that help in conduction of water and mineral as well as they can store food. Sclerenchyma. As the name indicates, sclerenchyma, in 7th class also you have discussed about sclerenchyma is fibrous tissue. Lignin is present there, and this cell is dead cells. Cells are present there, that one is dead because presence of lignin. So what is the role of that kind of tissue? That is again mechanical strength to plant. This is all about xylem. Next one is transpiration, we will discuss at last. Phloem. Phloem is another type of complex permanent tissue, and again different types of cells they work together and they perform a particular function, and this phloem are of again 4 types of cells are present. The first one, seed tubes. Second one, companion cells. Again the conduction of food. The function of companion cells is conduction of food. Seed tube, again mechanical strength. Phloem, parenchyma. As the name indicates, parenchyma always living cells. Living cells are present in parenchyma, and phloem, parenchyma, function of that one is stored food. Phloem fibers, as the fibers are there, that means that one is dead cells, and the role of that one is giving mechanical strength. So this is all about xylem and phloem. Now the last topic we are going to discuss, that one is transpiration. Yes, now we are going to discuss this topic, transpiration. Transpiration, as we have discussed, that conduction of food and minerals. But do you know class, this transpiration depend on transpirational pull. Now I have drawn one diagram. Now you can see water vapor. As you all are aware about, water vapor can be exchanged by stomata, and that exchange of that gaseous as well as this water vapor that exerted by plant body. Now that exert pressure on next cell. That exert pressure on next cell. By this, these all exerted pressure on just next cell, so that at last water is absorbed by root. So one pressure is exerted by each and every cell of plant, and by that, as you can see, this exertion takes place, and after that conduction of water also going simultaneously. So this one is known as transpirational pull. This is the method by that water and mineral can be conducted from root to top of the plant. and for that this transpiration plays essential role, vital role for this absorption of water and mineral. It's not a simple process, but when pressure is exerted by top of the plant, that cell, and that exerted pressure on the next cell, and by that pressure exerted, because as we have discussed osmosis and diffusion, in that higher concentration to lower concentration to as we have discussed osmosis and diffusion, in that conduction of water on and mineral is from higher concentration to lower concentration, and the same process we can see here. By this transpirational pull, that higher concentration, that means soil, in soil water and mineral is in higher quantity, and by that root can absorb. So this is all about transpiration. Now one next topic is about factor influencing transpiration. That means few factors are there that can influence this transpiration process. We can say that can decrease also that process, as well as that can increase also. So these factors are temperature, light, humidity, wind, speed. So these are the factors that can influence transpiration. Now, why transpiration is important? If transpiration process will be not there, conduction is not so easy. And if conduction is not so easy, the process of photosynthesis also can be affected by that, as well as maintenance of temperature with the environment, that also affected. Now the last topic of this chapter is about minerals. About minerals, as we know, minerals are very important for human body. We can say plant is also as a living one, and that also need minerals. Water is not sufficient if minerals are not there. So two types of minerals are categorized in case of plant: macronutrients and micronutrients. Macronutrients are those nutrients, those minerals that plant essential in higher amount, and micronutrients those kind of nutrients or minerals that can be in lower quantity, plants need in lower quantity. So here one table is given there. You can see macronutrients, few examples are there: nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium. What is the role of that? It is the major constituents of protein. Phosphorus role, it is constituents of protein and cell membrane. Potassium, it aids growth of tissue and also help in opening and closing of stomata. As we know, deficiency of mineral and vitamins that can cause few disease in human body. Like that, plants also having disease if deficiency of these kind of nutrients is there. So deficiency of nitrogen can cause yellowing of leaves, retarded growth, wrinkling of cereal grain. Deficiency of phosphorus, delay in seed generation, poor root growth, purple and red spot on leaf. For deficiency of potassium, poor and stunted growth in plant. This is all about macronutrients. That means the mineral that plant need in higher quantity. In case of lower quantity, few micronutrients are there. Examples are iron, manganese and zinc. What is the role of iron? It is constituents of some protein and enzymes. And what is the deficiency? If deficiency of iron is there in plant, yellowing of leaves. For manganese, role is it is constituents of some enzymes. And deficiency, again yellowing of leaves with grey spots. Suppose if you can see leaves of these kind, you can admit that yes, some deficiency is there. That's why plant causes by this kind of disease. Zinc. The last one, zinc. It is a constituent of plant hormones and also activates enzymes. malformed leaves, yellowing of leaves, stunted plant growth. So, as we know that enzymes play vital role in case of animals for different purpose, like that plants also having different types of enzymes. And as we know, all physiological activities are interlinked with each other, like that plant also, all physiological activities in plant also having, and they also interrelated with each other. So these nutrients and minerals plays vital role in plant. This is all about this session. Thank you so much.